Hello there you guys, welcome to another one of my live videos, and today I'm just going to be officially updating you on some more current latest news, as I currently said, guys. So we'll go a bit more into the current news now regarding Romelu Lukaku at Manchester United, of course. So reportedly now, according to the media and according to the Italian press, that reportedly Juventus are interested in Romelu Lukaku from Manchester United, because reportedly, according to Italian press, they are seeing him as a long-term replacement for Mandzukic. Now, obviously, Romelu Lukaku has failed to replicate the form, that he did in his first season with Manchester United. And for me, will Solskjaer, sanction Romelu Lukaku off in January or next summer, as I currently said. But the thing is about Lukaku, I have a lot of concerns about him. I know we paid 75, 90 million pounds for him, and he's constantly being linked with a move to Italy as Romelu Lukaku. I think he actually admitted during one of the international breaks that he was actually considering playing in Italy, Romelu Lukaku. I think it is still Manio Raiola that does currently represent Romelu Lukaku, as we all currently know, because we know he's been struggling for consistency this season. He has been struggling for consistency, as we all know. He's had a few injury problems this season, as we all currently know. So could he potentially leave Manchester United, Romelu Lukaku, as I said, because to be quite honest with you, I don't know how he fits in the Manchester United team anywhere, as we all currently know, he's currently on compassionate leave at the moment, as we all know, but I don't know how he fits in the Manchester United team. He's too slow. Everyone has concerns about his first touch because his first touch is awful. He's also a big game bottler as well. He's too slow. There's no tempo to his play, as we all know, and he struggles to create chances as well. Does Romelu Lukaku? So potentially, I don't see how he fits in the Manchester United team when he's alongside the likes of Martial or Marcus Rashford or Jesse Lingard, because obviously Martial, Rashford have got great adrenaline pace. They're fast on the ball. They press high up the pitch, and this is something that Romelu Lukaku doesn't do, and potentially he needs to justify that, but he doesn't do it, and he's too slow on the ball, as we all know. We know he's proven in the Premier League, and he is proven in the Premier League as Lukaku, as we all know. He obviously scored 68 goals for Everton. When he was at Everton, Romelu Lukaku. He wasn't a regular. In his first season with Chelsea, as we all know. I think he scored like 45 goals for Belgium, as we all currently know, but he has been struggling for consistency as Romelu Lukaku. But reportedly, Juventus are interested in him, so Juventus are linked with Romelu Lukaku, as we all currently know. But like, if you look at, it's not only Lukaku I have concerns about, because he's too slow as Lukaku. I also think Matic is too slow in the midfield, as I currently said, and he's too slow, Matic. I think, he's a good passer of the ball, but I think he's too slow in our midfield. Just same with Fellaini. I think he's on the decline, he's Fellaini. I think Matic on the decline, as I said, as I had concerns about, when we got Matic. I said I was backing Mourinho at the time. We had Mourinho when we got Matic, but obviously he wasn't our number one choice. But you need midfielders that are creative, that can pass the ball, that have got a lot of tenacity part of the play, and that can get forward. And Matic is a good passer, but he's too slow on the ball, as we all know. So is Fellaini, he's too slow on the ball. Lukaku's too slow on the ball, as we all know. But we've got Pogba, who's a good passer of the ball. He's quick on the ball. He can be faster as well, as we all currently know. So potentially for me, I think, Lukaku could leave Manchester United, as we all currently know, because if you put him in the Manchester City team, he wouldn't fit the City team alongside Sane or Aguero, because he doesn't have the pace, Romelu Lukaku, and his first touch is woeful. If you put him in the Liverpool team, for example, alongside Mohamed Salah or Sadio Mane, he wouldn't, fit their team, as I said, because he's got no pace, as we all know, and he struggles to create chances. And I just don't see how he fits in the Manchester United team, because obviously he has a different, style of play to the likes of Marcus Rashford and Martial and Jesse Lingard. Obviously, Martial and Rashford are great players. They've been our best outfield players this season. They run with pace, they press high up the pitch, they can create chances as well, and this is what all Romelu Lukaku struggles to do with. He's got no pace, first touch awful, struggles to create chances, struggles to get involved with the rest of the team as well, does Romelu Lukaku. So potentially, I think we do need another striker up there that's got pace, that can finish, that can create chances. No, I'm not doubting that Lukaku's done well in the Premier League. He's proven in the Premier League, and he has scored a lot of goals, but he is struggling now. He's 25 years of age, he's Romelu Lukaku, so potentially he has still got a lot of years ahead of him. But there has been discussions about him potentially making a move to Italy before, because I think from the player's perspective, he admitted that he wanted to make a move to Juventus Sorry about that, guys. I do apologise. My currently battery died, as I said, but I am back now. But yeah, as I was discussing about Lukaku, he's reportedly linked with a move to Juventus, and Juventus are seeing him as a long-term replacement for Mandzukic. But Lukaku's too slow, as you've seen the strikers we've had over the years, such as Hernandez. He had pace, good at scoring from close range. As I said, he had a lot of pace behind. No, you've got Ronaldo. When we had Ronaldo, got a lot of goals. With great strikers over the years, that have had a lot of pace about their game. As I said, but Lukaku, he can read the game well. He's too slow on the ball. Everyone talks about his weight as well. He's just too slow, has no tempo to his play. As I said when he first came, as long as the ball in the back of net, back of the net, which he actually did in his first season, whilst he's adapting other areas of his game, that's all that mattered. But he was a good goal. He scored a lot of goals in his first season, 27 in all competitions. Scored a lot of goals all in all in this team. He doesn't fit in the Manchester United system, in my opinion, as we all know, but he can be a great, great player, as he has proven. Something's come up. Oh, for God's sake. Sorry, guys, it's doing me head in. Right, yeah, he can be a great, great player, as I currently said. But for me, we could see a few players go. Reportedly, Solskjaer is going to get £50 million spent in January. The board and Ed Wood have made it clear. Reportedly, they've sanctioned, permanent signings off, and reportedly they just want Solskjaer to get loan signings in the January transfer window, as the club is still recruiting for the full-time manager at the end of the season. As I currently said, so they want to save some money. But reportedly, if Solskjaer does very, very well and he does progress Manchester United, and we do keep falling very, 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 very well, he may get the job next. He may get the job after 6 months on a full-time basis. You never know. He wants to get the job on a full-time basis. And, when Lukaku, does come back from compassionate leave, he's not probably guaranteed to be first choice anyway, because Rashford and Martial will be ahead of him, as we all currently know. So maybe he won't get the game time that he wants, Romelu Lukaku, as we all know. And he has been discussing about his form recently, Lukaku, that he does need to improve, he does need to get better and start scoring goals again, which he has definitely been lacking this season, as we all currently know. But yeah, Solskjaer's got a few potential targets he's interested to get in the January window. But we could also see players go. For me, Matic isn't a Manchester United player. Obviously, when he was at Chelsea, he won a couple of titles. I think he did win the title with Chelsea, who obviously was alongside Kante. Obviously, we know he's always been slow anywhere. He's got reservations about his game. Matic, we paid, £40 million for him. At the moment time we had Jose Mourinho, there was much better options we could have got than Nemanja Matic. A midfield that's competitive, got a lot of pace to his game, reads the game very, very well. And Fabinho would have been better, Nainggolan would have been better, even Eric Dyer would have been better. But obviously, the time we sold Matic, Chelsea didn't want him anywhere, because obviously they got the pursuit with Bakayoko, obviously for selling Nemanja Matic off, as we all know. So potentially he's too slow. Potentially there's a lot better midfielders out there than Nemanja Matic. And when Pogba's on form anywhere, and when he's playing to his potential best, as he showed at the weekend, he's like two players in one. Pogba is our most essential midfielder. You can tell how imbalanced our midfield is without Pogba in it, as I currently said. I think Lindelof's improved this season for us in the back line. Lindelof's definitely improved this season, but he did struggle in his first season, as I said. But Fred, I think, is going to get more game time, so I think he's going to grow and develop very, very well under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. I think Pereira's going to get more game time. I think he's going to go and develop under Solskjaer. But Bailly's going to get more game time. He hasn't had a lot of game time this season, Eric Bailly, as we all know. And I think, we're going to get the goals now. Solskjaer's going to promote the youth. He's going to give everybody the opportunity, as he currently said. And he has praised Pogba, as he did do in his press conference before the Cardiff game, I think. And he has praised Carrick and Kane. He says it's a delight to work alongside them. And Solskjaer looks very, very happy. And you can tell the mood has lifted in all the fans. These still, we've still got to think about contract renewals, because we've got a lot of players coming to the end of the contract. Maybe getting a couple of players in January, maybe on loan, because the board and Ed Woodward doesn't want Solskjaer to get any permanent deals in January. But we'll think about that next summer. But Solskjaer has got a few potential targets that he does want to get into the club, such as Toby Alderweireld, Douglas Costa, has also been mentioned as well. And Douglas Costa, if he was to come in, he'd replicate our team very, very well. I think he'd do very, very good, because you know, he's 28. He's obviously a lot older than Martial and likes of Rashford and Lingard and that, but he'd complement our team very, very well. We'd insert a winner because obviously he's fast, he's quick. He can put balls into the box as well from Douglas Costa. So for me, we're not in any rush to get any signings, as I currently said, because I think Solskjaer is changing mentality in the team, as we all know. But Douglas Costa's very, very fast. He can create chances as well. You know, he hasn't, you know, really had the game time this season with Juventus, of course, as we all know. But as I said, Lukaku just doesn't fit our team because he's an attacker that has no pace, as we all know. But the players around him have pace, can create chances. But Romelu Lukaku struggles to do this as well, as we all know. But he's been a very, very good player in the Premier League, as we all know. So potentially we'll see what happens. So reportedly it says Juventus are keeping an eye out on Romelu Lukaku. But Juventus, I think, have got a few players interested in. Reportedly, they're interested in Arsenal's Aaron Ramsey as well. That was actually reported from the ITV that reportedly Juventus were interested in Ramsey. Arsenal know he's going to leave next summer on a free. He's been at Arsenal over a decade, as we all know. Arsenal went on a 22-game unbeaten run. Obviously, they lost the last two before Burnley. They won at the weekend against Burnley. But they have still got problems with Arsenal, and they've got quite a few injury problems in their squad. They do look a better team under Unai without a shadow of a doubt for Arsenal. But, you know, Unai's got plans, you know, to strengthen up, obviously. Maybe in the January window, I think they need to, you know, bolster their defence up. I think they need to address the defensive area, do Arsenal, to be quite fair. And, you know, Welbeck's set to leave on a free transfer next summer, as I currently said. So, yeah, the big breaking news, I mentioned it on my last video about Lukaku, but I'll tell you, get into more detail about what, you know, what's being said in the media, and I'm giving my, you know, my own opinion on what's being said. So, potentially for me, Lukaku, he's well Premier League proven. You know, that was beneficial when we did sign him. He was great in his first season, as we all know, but we know he's always been slow. He doesn't have any tempo to his play. He's not fast, as we all know, but he can be a good goal scorer, can Romelu Lukaku, because he has proven it, and his performances can be very, very good. But, you know, it's not good to have a striker that's very, very slow, as we all said, but the players around him, such as Martial's got great pace. He's very influential, same as Marcus Rashford, as we all currently know. But I just don't see how Lukaku fits in the team. Not guaranteed to get, you know, starts every game anywhere with Martial and Rashford, you know, a lot younger than him. They're growing and developing, and they've potentially been our best outfield players this season. You know, without a doubt, you know, as I said, and Lukaku struggled for consistency this season. He's had and he's been injured this season as well, hasn't he? Earlier on in the season, as we all know. But you know, there's better. You know, we need a better striker than Lukaku, as we all currently know. Potentially, you know, I think Sanchez, you know, even though he's failed to develop himself, you know, since he's come to the club, he's obviously injured till January. He still, when he's on his game, has great pace, and he can create chances, and he can score goals, as he proven very, very well during Arsenal days, and he's on £500,000 a week here. You know, Sanchez could still potentially leave the club, as we all know, especially if he's somewhere along the line. We've got a deal agreed with Juventus for Douglas Costa that could probably then see Sanchez falling down the pecking order and leaving Manchester United, as we all currently know. But I think Sanchez does have good pace. Rashford's got pace, Martial's got pace, but Lukaku hasn't got the pace, and everyone talks about him that bottles it in the big games, as we all currently know. So anyway, drop your comments, like, explore on the channel. If you do, consider subscribe. As always, there will be more live videos coming up tomorrow night, I think, because I'm busy tomorrow, because obviously it's Christmas Day. So take care, God bless, guys, and I'll see you all again very, very soon.